one. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Chairshot podcast. Today we are reviewing Pro Wrestling Turbo Smash IRL Melee. Um, this is our second time recording this because I accidentally cut out his audio.
As
Luckily,
we have a shit podcast host who has a vendetta against the greatest wrestler of all time.
I don't know.
We were on fire,
We were
and
on
he
fire, and I feel
conveniently
bad.
loses our audio for the
Listen,
second time. This has happened twice in 6 episodes.
listen. I was recording for
You talked about,
long play.
we wouldn't do this podcast without me. You didn't start it. Maybe I should have. Wouldn't
What are you gonna
lose
do?
my
Record it
co-host
on your phone?
audio.
You're gonna record it on your phone?
You goddamn right. It's gonna be grainy. It's gonna be blurry. It's gonna be, but then goddamn it, it'll be there.
Anyways, a few things I want to go over. One is a clerical error on my end. I said that it felt like that Killer Cross was only going to be here for one match for MLW. Um, I was wrong. He was there at the Battle Riot, and he fucking won the world title. So I thought he was just going to be there one time to beat up Matt Riddle, which is fine by me. But that was a clerical error on my end.
Man's got technical errors. Man's got clerical errors. They racking up over here, Jay. You
Listen,
gonna have to do some work.
listen, man. I'm only
I,
human.
yeah.
Anyways,
Excuses.
anyways. Um, Second thing I need to go over is the concept of the show. Um, so every year since I think 2024, Pro Wrestling Turbo and the Southeast Game Exchange in Greenville, South Carolina, collaborate on a wrestling show solely based on um wrestlers dressing up as various video game characters, typically from the Super Smash Bros. Franchise, whether it be connected to it through like Sonic or um, just Smash Bros. In general. Well, I don't know why I mentioned Sonic specifically. Um, yeah, and there are some exceptions on this show where they are dressed up as non-Nintendo characters or characters that aren't fight aren't playable characters in Smash Bros. And I will name those. Um, and spoiler alert, we have a very Nintendo-less main event here. Do you have anything you want to say? Talk shit about me. It's entertaining to me.
When the opportunities arise, I will talk shit so you can conveniently cut it out again. This man has it out against me, guys. See, you
I
guys
do.
don't know it, but this is now the second time he has lost audio. And you guys will never see it. You'll never see the beauty and the gold that we had. Thanks a lot, Jay.
It was 8 minutes, dude. It was 8 minutes this time.
Hey, man, a lot can happen in 8 minutes. I've seen many people
Listen,
get knocked out in less than that.
well, that's MMA. This is pro wrestling. 8 minutes is nothing in pro wrestling.
In real life, 8 minutes is a long time.
All right. Anyways, let's get into the show. So
This
we
is a
are.
weird fucking show, let me just say.
Well, that's
It's a
because.
nerd's dream. It's a nerd's paradise.
Well, that's because you forgot like that this was a Smash Bros. Based show.
That is a fair assessment. It does not detract from my statement.
So
I didn't say it was bad. It was good nerd wrestling. I've
yes,
seen worse nerd wrestling.
yes. Um, yeah. This was a fun show in my opinion. most it was probably more fun for me than it was for you because I don't know how much Nintendo shit you play.
I knew most of the characters, not all of them, but I knew most of them.
Yeah. I knew of all the characters. There was like one point where it's like I didn't care for their costumes, and actually I meant to mention this beforehand, but I didn't, and it's my fault. Um, keep in the back of your mind your favorite and least favorite costumes, and we'll go over them.
Oh, that's easy.
Yeah. Okay. Um, so we were opened up to the show with what were their names, Mr. P? What were their names?
The announcers of the match.
The announcers.
Okay, guys. So this show was opened up by Fat Boy and Unicorn Man, and I know at first listen that's going to sound a little odd, but trust me, they were phenomenal at their jobs.
Yes. Their real names were Brett Wolverton and Dave Foster. The only time I actually
I
know who the
like what I
announcers
said
are,
more.
but that's their actual names. They're both really cool. I know Brett Wolverton's really connected to the South Carolina indie wrestling scene. He announces a lot of shows. Um, the only one I can think of that he doesn't announce it that I know of is PCW in Camden. And that's because my friend Cole Lewis announces for them. They don't upload their shows online, so I can't really review anything. But oh well.
Shout out Cole Lewis.
Yeah, shout out Cole Lewis. That's gonna have to be that's gonna have to be one of the shorts for this episode. Um, but yeah, so they open up the show. They explain one of the matches, Mad Dog Mayhem, I think is what they called it. I don't remember the name of the match. Um, but I think it's weird how they did that, where it was. I'll explain that in a minute. We'll get there when we get there. But it's essentially no rules. Like no rules except you had to be pinned in the ring, I think. And it's specific to Josh Powers. Um, but yeah, this was a good way to open up the show and get people involved. It kind of reminded me of Shine 5 in a way.
It was very reminiscent of Shine 5 with how they got into the ring and they started playing to the crowd and trying to like set the energy for the whole event. They did a good job at that to be such a small regional thing with probably just a few hundred people, if that.
Yeah, yeah. And so that leads us into our first match, which is, do you want to name you want to name the characters or
It
uh
would be best if I do not.
okay,
Just being honest here.
so this first match is a brother versus brother match between Jonathan Moody as Ness and PCW heavyweight champion Tristan Moody as Lucas. He was not PCW champion at that point. He's won it I think last month. I don't remember, but
Or
he
as
won it recently.
I preferred to see it, Yellow Stripe Boy versus Red Stripe Boy. Because I'm educated.
Anyways,
He
um,
dismisses and stunts me.
but that's not their names. Do you even know what Ness is from?
Of course, is that lake in Scotland with the monster in it, right?
Good Lord.
Right?
My first, no, you're not right. My first note on the
Fuck
match is
you.
that my first note on the match is that I like that they're related in the same franchise and in the same match. I think that was really good, like booking. I think is the best word I can look for it. Like it was very well planned out because Ness and Lucas are from the same series. They're not from the same game, but they're from the same series. Being Mother slash Earthbound. Oh, I thought you were gonna say something. Um,
I I think you just started buffering. I think we have confirmation Jay is an AI, guys. I think it's an AI in a meat suit.
Good Lord, I'm getting names and shit all the fucking
You
time.
know what I was getting?
Anyways,
You know what I was getting, Jay?
what?
My audio lost because you fucking hate me. You
I
sabotaging your
don't hate you.
co-host.
I don't hate you. Hold on. So we started this match off with a reversal of the slams. They would attempt to slam each other, and then um like the other guy would like fall, like they would fall back and then go try to go for another slam, and they would just keep doing that for a minute. That's fun. I like when they do that.
It was very fun. It was very tilt-a-whirly. They were like, "Ooh, I got you. No, I got you. No, I got you." They did not lose a beat doing it too.
Yeah,
They had a
which
good rhythm.
they generally had good chemistry throughout this match. Which I mean, I sure fucking hope so. They're brothers, but
Yeah, absolutely.
um, I don't remember which commentator said this. Um, they said that, oh, I think they're brothers in the games. No, they're not brothers in the games.
The commentators were about as ignorant as I was during this whole event. It was hilarious to see.
Yes. Like they didn't know it, they didn't know anything about video games. They're just there for the wrestling, which is fine.
To be fair, the wrestling was pretty good. These guys,
Yeah.
this first match, they had some pretty good like execution of their moves and really good selling. I think. I mean, you know, for the context, for the environment, they were good.
Yeah. Yeah. Um yeah, there wasn't any padding on the outside of the ring. I thought that was an odd choice, but I don't know what they can get because
Probably a
I
budget
remember,
thing.
yeah,
Just wasn't
like I
worth it.
know I know when I went to some of their other shows, it was at Ice Cream Social and from Greenville with Love. Like they didn't really have any padding on the outside of the ring either.
It did not stop motherfuckers from flying onto it though, which I thought was
No,
neat.
no, it did not stop them. They were just like, ah, fuck it, why not? We're young.
Purely for the love of the game.
Absolutely. Um, yeah. We also got a mid-match fucking Hadouken.
That was pretty funny.
It's just like out of nowhere, he just fucking Hadoukened him. Like I don't
And I
think
tell
Ness
you,
did
seeing
that.
that in a pro wrestling or amateur, no, it's not amateur. Seeing that in it's the regional ending wrestling rink was fucking bizarre. That
Oh
took me
yeah,
for a loop.
yeah. Well, I'm used to seeing like Kenny Omega do it. I just wasn't expecting it on this show, which I probably should have, but I don't know. They were really good at recovering from missed moves. That's something I noticed a lot. Like they would try to go for like a suplex or something, and they wouldn't catch themselves, and then they would just go into a different move. Like that might have been with their training, but like that was really good.
Yeah, I had a similar thought in mind that like you can tell they're not fully polished for when they did miss moves, but they were very quick to they're good at like on the spot on the fly improvising, which is something you
Yes,
see pro wrestlers struggle with, which I thought was neat.
yes. Um, Lucas, also known as Tristan Moody, hit uh Jonathan with three amigos, and I called it the Trace Lucas.
They had very good fucking execution of those three amigos. I was impressed with that.
Yeah, I wasn't
A motherfucker
expecting as many.
slammed like
Yeah, I wasn't expecting as many like WWE moves. You know what I mean? Like finishers and shit. Because there's an F5 out of fucking nowhere. I'm just like, what the fuck?
So I was about to say,
And then he kicked
fucking
out.
Blue Stripe Boy hit him with a killer F5, slammed his face right into the mat, and got a 2 count. I thought that
Yeah,
was the it. The it. I thought that was the end.
yeah. And then he hit him with an Olympic slam, and then
No,
pulled,
no,
and
no.
he was
You
about to,
say angle slam.
but Angle isn't doing it, so it's an Olympic slam.
The
But
commentator said angle slam. Kurt
no, he
Angle
did
made it
not. He said
famous. It's the
Olympic. He
goddamn
said
angle
Olympic.
slam.
He said Olympic. I
This is some
guarantee you.
revisionist history.
I
I
guarantee you
watched
he
it
said Olympic.
yesterday. I remember it.
I'm gonna link the freaking video in here. They can tell me whether I'm right or wrong. Anyways, um, I kind of missed the finish here. Do you want to go over the finish? Because all I,
Um, so the finishing sequence, I will not do it justice, but it was quite beautiful. So, yeah, yeah, I don't think I can.
that's okay. But all I saw was Tristan
I,
Moody won, and I was like, holy shit.
I, I don't. That's Blue Stripe Boy, right? Red Stripe,
No,
Yellow Stripe Boy, Red Stripe Boy. There's too many striped boys in this match.
well, that's why you got to know the characters, Mr. P.
So, Mister Tristan Moody, I think is who it was. Okay, I don't know, but there was a fuck ton of reversals. All right, there
Yeah,
was a fuckload of reversals that ended up with some flippy shit mid-air that I didn't know was humanly possible, and it looked like it hurt. And you guys are just gonna have to click his link and go watch the finish, if nothing else, because it was beautiful. We can't do it
yes,
justice here because we suck.
absolutely beautiful. I'll give that about 7 out of 10.
That is also what I gave it. I liked that when the match was over, being that they're two brothers but they're feuding. Uh, one guy went to go for the handshake and then recoiled his hand last second and pretended he was going to beat his ass and then didn't, and then they did like shake hands and raise each other's hands. And I thought that was awesome.
Yeah, that was awesome. All right, any comments before we go to the next match?
Yeah, that needy ass unicorn man kept asking questions after the match. It pissed me off. He was
Part of
like,
the crowd.
"Was that a great match, guys? Was that a good match, guys? Will you guys make some noise? Will you guys make some more noise?" Like, he pissed me off with that.
I,
He
I,
asked like 5 questions to the crowd. And what gets me is what they did not respond. They did not get loud until the very last fucking question.
it's like that sometimes. He was at the last one. The last Smash IRL is number 3. Um, I had went to that one in person, and he was kind of like that too. But like the crowd, I felt like actually cheered him.
The crowd had to kind of wake up to this event. I felt like they were kind of dead to start with.
Yeah. Um. Yeah. So going into the well, you know what? Actually, before we get into that, I think it's kind of like expected because there's a lot more people in the crowd than there normally is. At least I felt like up to that point with their shows, because a lot of them like aren't wrestling fans. They're there for the Southeast Game Exchange.
Right. Yeah,
They're
it
just
was a
seeing,
lot more crowd than I thought it would be.
yeah, like they're there for the game shit. Which when I went last year, I was there for the wrestling, but that might just be my nerdy ass.
Got the super nerd in here.
Yeah. So I don't know what percentage of that crowd is used to a wrestling crowd and what percentage isn't.
Dude, can you imagine not like ever watching wrestling before and that's your like very first match to ever watch wrestling? That would be fucking insane.
Yeah,
I wanna pick their brain.
it's just like you've been playing video games all your life, and then you go to this Southeast Game Exchange, and you're just like, what's over there? Oh, that looks like a wrestling ring, boxing ring. I can't tell. Let's go see what they're doing over here. And then you see Lucas and Ness fucking fighting each other.
Fucking flippy flying, high flying motherfuckers.
Okay.
Hey, there are worse first wrestling matches.
Yeah. So moving on to the next match, it is a fatal four way, which honestly felt like a glorified triple threat up until the end. Um, you do you know anyone's names?
Of course I do. In
Okay. Do
this
you want to?
fatal 4-way match, because it was a 4-way, you dissing motherfucker,
But it
we
felt
had
like a triple threat.
Luigi. Wait,
Okay.
no, you misunderstand the artistic creativity of our bookers. We had Luigi versus Link, who was a female. Luigi was male. versus the man, the myth, Stone Toad Steve Mushroom versus giant motherfucking Kirby. I kid you not. That's what his name was. Stone Toad Steve Mushroom, Giant Kirby, Luigi, and Link. 3 guys, 1 woman. That took me
Wait,
for a loop.
wait, was it Steve? Was it Steve Mushroom? I thought it was Steve Austin.
No, it was Steve Mushroom. Stone
Oh,
Toad
okay.
Steve Mushroom.
Okay. Well, I was wrong then. My bad.
Just like you were wrong about the angle slam. Oh, what? Who said that? Must have been AI.
Oh, surely. Anyways, this fatal four-way match took place between Dre the Goat as Luigi, um Academia as the Tears of the Kingdom Link, which interesting distinction. Rudy J is Stone Cold Steve Mushroom, and just Giant Kirby. No, they didn't say who played Giant Kirby. They just had Giant Kirby.
Yeah, it wasn't a giant man. It was a man in a giant inflatable Kirby outfit.
You can't
He
make
was
this
so
up.
fucking big he couldn't fit in the ring. He could not fit through the ropes. So he just had to stand outside the ring. Hence Jay's comments about being a triple threat.
Yeah, just RIP Giant Kirby. The real ones know. Fuck you, James Johnson. Anyways,
Yeah, fuck you, Johansson. Whatever the
that's
fuck
not
you
what I said.
did.
That's not what I said. Did, I don't know if I want to spoil it for you for when they decide to upload um the third one. Do you want me to spoil it for you?
I have a feeling I know what happens. I'd rather you didn't. I
Okay.
might meander into it on my own time.
Okay, but this is my one time saying fuck James Johnson. Just for what he did to Giant Kirby. Anyways, a few of my notes are from before the match. Um, there's a Trap Luigi's Mansion beat for Dre the Goat, which I thought was fun.
That was creative. It
Yeah, it
was
was.
creative.
I didn't expect it. It was creative. I didn't expect it at all. Um, when Eric Academia came out, like I was paying attention to the nameplates so that way I knew who everyone was. Which I already
Right.
knew who Eric Academia was. Um, I didn't know her name, like at least at that point, was one full name and not two separate names. And then I immediately went to go check her Instagram, and they're two separate names. I don't know.
That
It's weird.
is that is very weird.
Yeah. My next note is holy fuck, it's Stone Toad.
The, and to give context for anyone who hasn't seen it, he was dressed like fucking Toad from Mario, with the hat and
No,
everything.
no, 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 no. He was dressed like Stone Cold Steve Austin. He just put a toad cap on, and he wrestled exactly like
Right,
Stone Cold Steve Austin.
right. Except he was so fucking scrawny. Like that man was a pencil, but he looked so angry. I've never seen a man so angry wearing a mushroom.
Which you kind of
Beautiful
have to with
character work.
Stone Toad. Um, yeah. Then Kirby came out and Dre the Goat. I love him. He's awesome. Dre the Goat was dancing to Kirby's theme song, and I thought that was awesome. Um, and then after that, they're about to get ready to ring the bell, and then Eric Ademia's dad. I don't remember his name. And I feel bad for not remembering his name. Um, he comes out as Navi from Ocarina of Time, and he's talking all this stuff, and he keeps saying, "Hey, listen, hey, listen, hey, listen." Glorious, amazing.
And in the middle of his, cutting his promo, all the wrestlers are just fucking staring at him like he's stupid. Go ahead and ring the bell, you stupid referee. And then they all just look shocked, and then they ring the fucking bell, and he keeps on talking while they're
Yeah,
beating their ass.
he's talking shit the whole match. Like,
That man could go mic to mic with The Rock, and he'd win. I fully believe it. Man's got a.
And see, I complained on the last show that some of the matches felt a little disorienting and they didn't feel like um organized because of how many people were in the ring and the ring was so small. I didn't feel that way with this match. Like there was a lot going on, but I knew everything that was going on.
Yeah, that's something this show did really well. Is it was a very small ring, and there were three, sometimes four people in it at a time, but not once did you feel overwhelmed or claustrophobic. And the camera work was very fucking good. They were on point with their camera work. I was impressed
Yeah,
compared to
it
the
was.
last show we fucking watched.
Yeah, because it wasn't like they had an eight-man tag or a fatal four-way tag match. Excuse me. And you have eight people in the fucking ring at the same time, all doing their thing, and you don't know what's going on, and there's no story to be told because again, you don't know what the fuck is going on. But you don't feel that way through this match and the six-man tag match at the end of the show. Like you know what's going on. It's fun, and like everyone's taking their beats like when they need to. Especially because this
Everyone
felt
gets
like a
their
glorified.
spots in.
Say that again.
Everyone gets their spots in. Everyone gets their time to shine.
Yes. Stone Toad got his time to shine. Erica got her time to shine. I'm gonna call him by his name. Rudy J got his time to shine. Erica got her time to shine. Dre got his time to shine. Giant Kirby got his time to shine. Even fucking Navi got his time to shine. I gotta look up his name. I feel bad now. Um,
I wrote him down in my notes as the discount tooth fairy. He was my second favorite character.
I think his name's Solar. I could be wrong.
Sore? Like cold sore?
No, Solar. Solar.
Oh,
Like the sun.
son. If his name had been sore, I'd be fucking mad and in my underwear with some wings on my back too.
Okay, so his name's Solar. Um, I couldn't remember his name. If you're watching this, I'm sorry. Um,
Love
Solar
you,
got his.
buddy.
Anyways, Solar got his time to shine. Like everyone got their shit in. Um, like that's something I can appreciate throughout this match. Like when it was Giant Kirby's time to shine, he fucking shone. Um, oh, also, if to the guy who in the middle of the match decided to take his phone out and start recording like this in front of the fucking camera during the match, fuck you. That was not nice. I was trying to watch that match. Fuck you.
Jay got some personal beef with this guy.
I don't know this guy. I think he was bald. I don't remember. Fuck you, dude.
Jay versus the Baldy. Book it, Hunter.
Anyways, Erica in the middle of the match, I don't remember who she was hitting with the stick, but she was hitting somebody with a stick and it broke, and then the guy was like doing the Hulk Hogan thing, was like, not the other Hulk Hogan thing, but
It was Luigi. She was hitting Luigi.
okay, okay, yeah.
Should
So
have
he
watched the
definitely
match.
wasn't. I did watch the match. So he definitely wasn't doing the Hulk Hogan thing or the other Hulk Hogan thing. Um. Anyways, my next note is I fucking love Navi. Navi's awesome. Um. Like this whole match was silly, but it was good. Like it was fun. Like it wasn't like WrestleMania main event worthy, obviously. Like, but it didn't need to be.
What?
Well, I'm
I
sorry.
will say this
It's not.
match. This match had the greatest Thez press I've ever seen in all of my life. Mr. Stone Toad Steve Mushroom jumped on Luigi, and his legs are across Luigi's triceps. He can't move his arms. He can't protect his head. So Stone Toad is just fucking wailing on him. Nothing is landing. It's a mile
distance from his fist to his forehead, but Luigi is on his back having a fucking seizure. It is the most beautiful move I'd ever seen. Those fucking phantom punches look like they hurt like a motherfucker.
So at some point after that, I think, Navi's trying to tell Link to stab Kirby with the sword. And Link is like, no, I'm not doing that. I love Kirby. She actually goes up and hugs Kirby. And so Navi takes the sword. He runs the right way with it to the back. He comes back out with a stuffed Kirby plush and starts threatening the Kirby plush.
Oh man,
And
it was
and then
heartbreaking.
and then he fucking killed the Kirby plush.
He slit its throat.
He he slit Kirby plush's throat. And it's like, no, what the fuck? At one point Luigi starts charging the green missile. Um, and I low key, like in the middle of watching this, forgot that they were actually having a match here when they all started teaming up on Solar, like hitting moves on him. Like Kirby got his shit in, Luigi got his shit in, Toad got his shit in, even Link got her shit in, and it's like, dude, that's your dad.
Dude, he pissed everybody off with his incessant talking. They
And then
put their differences aside, made it a handicap match.
for a one handicap match.
They even hit the motherfucker with a boomerang at one point. I think that's who it
Oh,
was.
oh, I forgot about that part. He would like run around different like Luigi and Stone Toad, and he would be like, his weakness is the boomerang. His weakness is this, and that. But
I
after they
think
took out, sorry, go ahead.
I think the boomerang should be a staple in pro wrestling because that was just beautiful.
I don't know why we don't use it
That shit
more.
looked like it hurt like a motherfucker.
I actually started making a list of like unconventional wrestling weapons. I might add that
I
to
want
it.
to see the I want to see the kendo stick versus the boomerang in weapon to weapon combat.
That would be fun. Well, you know what? I'm gonna veer off a little bit here. My two um unconventional wrestling weapons is a wet force sign and a bass pedal. I don't remember what I meant by bass pedal.
There's a lot of types of pedals. That's fair.
Yeah, I don't remember. Anyways, um, yeah. So after Navi gets out of the ring, Kirby just starts wrecking house. He's clotheslining motherfuckers as much as he can with his little nubby arms. Um, but he starts clotheslining them. Stone Toad Stone Toad hit him with a stunner for the finish. Or do you want to say anything before I say what the finish is?
No, I think the finish is fucking beautiful.
Yeah. Stone Toad hit him with a stunner. And like Stone Toad's sitting down for a second, waiting to see Kirby fall back. And Kirby's not falling back. Kirby fell forward into the pin to win the match.
Fell his big fat ass right on top of that little guy.
And you know what? I gave this match a 7 out of 10 originally. I'm gonna give it an 8 out of 10. Just from
I gave this
explaining the
match
sheer chaos.
I gave this match a 10 out of 10, and I stick by it.
I'm guessing you want to see this match for WrestleMania 42.
This was a perfect match, and you can't convince me it wasn't.
It was a really good, funny match. But like,
For everything it intended to do, it succeeded. It's a 10 out of 10.
yes, I can agree with that. I can agree with that.
The execution was good. The selling was good. The character work was good. The crowd work was good. The story was good. The finish was great. Like everything went smooth. I think it was a flawless masterpiece of artwork. I think if you've never watched Smash and you want to see a match, I think you can't go wrong tuning in for this one because it's free. It's on YouTube.
Yes. The first two are on YouTube. I don't know if the third one's on there yet. I'd had to look into that. Um, but yeah. So for this next match, um, this is the Mad Mad Dog Mayhem match I was talking about earlier. It's weird how they did it because they talked it as the Mad Dog Mayhem, and then they said for this next match it's items turned on, and it's like, why would you just say that to begin with? Because I think
Yeah,
nerds would have like accepted that, like to begin with. Like that's fun. Like it's I got the reference. I don't know if he got the reference, but I got the reference.
I got the fucking reference. I've played games before.
Okay, what game
Motherfuckers
is it?
doubt me with his controller art in the
What's
background, and fucking
what's the
lording over me with his superiority complex, deleting
what's
my
the
audio,
what's the
burying his main
reference?
event
What's
talent.
the reference?
What's the reference? Listen,
Hmm.
I don't even remember what we were talking about. You trying to
That's what I
trap
thought.
me.
That's what I thought. It's talking about the items being turned on. What's the reference?
What?
Never mind. Anyways,
I saw your lips move but heard no sound. Don't you run away from me.
no. Is items turns on? What is items turned on? What is that a reference to?
Fuck if I know. Fucking, I don't
Told
got no
you.
fancy controller at work in my there.
Told you. Anyways, it is items turned on with Billy Brash as Snake and Josh Powers as Wii Fit Trainer. And I don't think y'all understand. Josh Powers is not a skinny dude. He came out there with a light blue a light blue tank top on, leggings, no shoes, and a wig as the female Wii Fit trainer. Now, no, there's a male Wii Fit trainer. He did this shit for the love of the game.
You
And
gotta
I
admire the passion.
and I feel bad for Billy Brash though, because he put a lot of effort into that snake costume to get overshown by Josh Powers. No hate to Josh
This
Powers.
is some Josh Power glaze right here.
It was fucking hilarious. Because nothing fit him. Nothing had fit
No,
him.
not fucking all.
So that kind of added to it. If that makes sense.
Listen, man, every fitness guy has got to start somewhere. Or I'm sorry, fitness gal.
Yeah, there's a lot of spots that happened during this match, and I was so like engrossed with everything, especially with how he played into the Wii Fit Trainer character, that I forgot to write shit down.
Dude, the same fucking thing. I did not write. I wrote down like two things for this whole match.
Like, so like my first note about the actual match is Dave and
Hold up,
Brett
hold up, hold up,
talking.
hold up.
God,
I think okay. What? Do you remember him being slammed onto a certain something? Right, right.
yes,
Okay. When we get to that, I have a question I want to pitch the audience.
okay, okay. Yeah, my first note for the match was from the commentators. Brett asked Dave, he said, Dave, did you ever have a Wii? Dave said, yeah, I used to deal. Oh, you said Wii.
God
No.
damn, I didn't catch that. That's kind of funny.
I caught that. I was like, wait a minute, let me hear that back. But that was funny. Um, during a lot of this match, Josh would like do like a yoga pose. Like he would have his like I don't know how to explain it. He would have his feet like this, trying to stand on one foot, but like he couldn't.
Man's a master samurai.
He was really into this character. So and I don't know if any of y'all have ever heard of Josh Powers and seen any of his Mad Dog Mayhem matches as a part of Pro Wrestling Turbo. Um, it, with these matches, he always brings out Legos. It's always in a Home Depot bucket. And I think this is what he was about to ask about. What is your question for the audience?
I was going to ask, what do you think hurts more? You know, we've all seen the classic, back body drop onto thumbtacks, spine buster onto thumbtacks. How about being slammed heel first onto some fucking Legos? I'm taking the thumbtacks. Fuck that. Fuck the
Yeah,
Legos.
I might have to take the
That
thumbtack,
there's a
sir.
reason they don't allow Legos in WWE. All right, they had to settle for the thumbtacks.
I think they did it in AEW though. I don't remember. I think it was like one of the FTW matches.
Oh my god.
When fucking Chris Jericho held that title too. It was like the fuck. No, the Legos were fine. It's just Chris Jericho. Anyways,
Don't
right
talk
at
too much shit. He'll make a song about you.
oh boy, if I talk too much shit, he'll make a return, and I don't want that to either company. I
I
don't
have
know.
some I have some beef with you, Chris Jericho. I have some words for you. I like your
I,
music and I like Fuzzy.
I don't know. He
And I
he might make
respect you for beating up Goldberg.
that's fair actually. I'll give him respect for that. But he's been glazing the fuck out of TNA, trying to be like, well, this is a real professional show. It's like, no, they can't even pay their wrestlers right. Like like five people left in the span of like a couple weeks from TNA for AEW. The only reason one of them left AEW was because he's a homophobic piece of shit. But not the point. Fuck you, Trey Miguel. Anyways,
Dude, that's bad when a professional wrestling company has the same turnover rate as my fucking plant job did. That's fucking bad.
well, here's the thing though. Here's the thing though. I'll get back to the match in a minute. Sorry to interrupt the match, Josh Powers. I'll get to it if you're watching this. I hope he's watching this. Um, TNA doesn't pay their people enough, like to the point where they're bringing in wrestlers to help with catering. Now,
I
norm,
mean, I don't know what to say about that. I don't feel like that should be customary, but I
no,
don't know enough about the business.
no. You should have people like catering
Because I
food.
know
You
I
shouldn't
know
have
like
wrestlers do that.
because I know like WWE used to have like people like have their pro wrestlers like arrive to shows early and help build the ring and shit. I
Yeah,
didn't know
well,
if it was
that's
something like that.
different. That's different. That's directly with wrestling. This has nothing to do with wrestling. This is you have
That's fair.
told people, you've called people to these shows to hand out food. Res aspiring wrestlers who are like, holy shit, TNA just called me up to hand out food.
Oh, and that's all they do. They don't get to wrestle.
Apparently, yeah, apparently.
Oh, that's the meaning of shit.
Oh yeah, definitely. Anyways, we're gonna get off
See, this is
TNA.
what
They're not.
happens when you have a stupid eight-sided ring
Yeah, well,
or
they don't have that
six-sided ring,
anymore.
whatever the fuck it was.
They don't have that anymore. They just have bad hiring decisions. Um, other than Mike Santana. Mike Santana's good. Um, anyways, we're gonna get back to this match. TNA took up way too much time on this show. Um,
Yeah, fuck you, Tina.
we might get a TNA episode at some point, but I don't know. I'll make that decision later. Um, so for the finish, I don't remember what movie. Oh, actually, no. I'm moving too fast. After he got the Legos out, Snake pulled out a fucking gun and started chasing Josh around the ring with it.
Brian Pillman would be proud.
It's just probably. Um,
God damn, I'm good at this.
you were really good at this. Um, do you have any other comments before we get to the finish? Because I don't remember what we actually hit him with, but the pin was amazing.
So that's actually funny. I don't remember the pin, but I remember the finish.
Okay, you
So,
explain the finish. I'll explain the pin.
Snake pulls out the gun, whatever holds him at gunpoint. That's fucking hilarious. Somehow or another, Josh Powers gets the gun and holds him at gunpoint. It was bizarre. But the way this match ended is Josh Powers slammed Snake feet first onto motherfucking Legos, right? And then clotheslined the fuck out of him so hard his fucking wig came off. That was tough.
Oh yeah. And Josh Powers doesn't have hair either, so it's just you see this hair fall off this bald man. Oh, is that it? Is there anything
Yeah,
else
the
to say?
pin, asshole. Gotta tell the viewers about the
Oh,
pin.
sorry. So he had pinned. So the way he pinned him, he had him on the ground, and he did like like crisscross, like crossing his feet, and he was sitting on top of him for the pin. And honestly, logically, why don't we do that more often?
That's a good point. I don't remember that. I'm gonna have to rewatch that part.
Yeah, like why don't we sit on people for pins anymore?
Why don't we sit on people anymore? That's a good question, man. Yokozuna be like,
Well, that's the thing though. We have wrestlers that can do that kind of shit. Like obviously a Rey Mysterio or uh anybody like any smaller guy like Javon Evans, like they can't do that. Like they sit on them for the pin, they're just gonna get fucking thrown or put into a fucking powerbomb. But like you put Bronson Reed in there and you have him sit on fucking Seth Rollins. What is Seth Rollins gonna do?
he's gonna tear yet another ligament and tendon. That's why they don't do
Good point.
it.
But
They do it for safety. They have to wrestle again later.
yeah, but they're safe about it. Nia Jax did that for a while. The bonsai drop.
Right.
I know there's some people talking about how it wasn't safe because you like let go at the last second, like full force or some shit. But I don't know. I think it's cool. I think it's fine.
Okay, this. I hate to be the guy to bring this up, but you would know when
Okay.
Yokozuna did his bonsai drop. I've always heard the rumor. I don't remember if it was true. Did he actually shit on people?
I don't know if he shot on people. That's not what I thought you were gonna go with. I didn't think that was where you were going with that. I didn't know that was a thing.
I swear to God, I remember one wrestler talking about Yokozuna. When he would do it, he would shit on people, and that's why they hated taking it from him. And if that's true, he's such a fucking dickbag. It's amazing he didn't get shot. Where'd you think I was going with that?
I thought you were gonna talk about that one time he like full force sat on a jobber because the jobber was being disrespectful or some shit.
Oh yeah, when he attempted murder.
Yeah, no, he beat the fuck out of him and then hit him with the bonsai drop and like no hands protecting it. Like he just went with it.
I mean, to be honest, I wouldn't fist fight Yokozuna. Fuck that.
No, I wouldn't either. Well, I mean, I would now because he's dead and I'd win. But
I don't know, man. You know how fucking dense those bones gotta be?
yeah, but what's he gonna do? Fight me back?
Any of our viewers know necromancy? I want to test out a hypothesis. We're getting sciencey in this bitch.
Fair enough. Um, I rated this match a 6 out of 10 or 6.5 out of 10.
I gave this match a 2 out of 10.
What?
No, I'm just playing. I gave it a 5 out of 10.
Okay, okay, better than I
I thought
thought
the
you were
flow
gonna
was
do.
weird. I thought the
That's
flow was weird. It was fun, but the flow was weird to me.
that's understandable. Um, yeah. So after the match, I think he does this every year. I know he did it for Smash IRL 3, and he did it with this show where he's talking about like he's in character as who he's dressed up as, and he's talking about um yeah, there's a guy who does matches similar to these on Pro Wrestling Turbo. You gotta check him out, you know. It's like- And he did it last year when he was Donkey Kong.
That's a pretty cool gimmick, to be honest.
Oh yeah, it's cool because I think the idea is that he's. Did you hear that?
What?
I heard a beeping. It's fucking
Oh
weird.
shit! First you had the home invasion. Now you're about to have a bomb go off. I had a pedo van drive past me. I don't know what the fuck's going on tonight. Bro, I kid you not, there was a bunch of cops went down the road, and then I saw a pedo van following them. I don't know what's happening.
Yeah. Anyways, I gotta get back on Josh Powers. I keep interrupting Josh Powers segment. I love Josh Powers. I don't want to interrupt him anymore. Um, he, I think he's doing this thing a lot where he's doing these mad how like in character he's doing these mad dog mayhem matches. Like to kind of build himself up. I think to the world title picture. In the company. I think that's the story behind that, which I think is cool because like you how are you gonna argue with a guy who's willing to be put through doors and shit? Not tables, doors.
That's a fair point. Doors hurt.
Yeah. Which I want to know where that started. Now that I think about it.
I bet it was like he was drunk and fell through one on accident and was like, oh, that kind of hurt. I'd like to
Well,
hope
I
at
mean,
least.
I mean in general, because like that's the thing I started to see more often. It's like Mr. Wrestling did it. He did it on this show. I think doors are in the 2K games now.
That, I mean, it makes sense. Tables, ladders, chairs, doors is like another along that same line of thought. But
Yeah.
I
Well,
want to
but
know, yeah, who was the first to do it?
yeah, because like the thing with wrestling weapons in general, a lot of the time these are things that would just be under the ring anyway. A ladder, a table, a chair. Um, you've seen the ring bell use as a weapon a few times. What other weapons am I missing?
Trash can, kendo
Trash can.
stick.
Well, kendo stick, I don't know. I don't know what you would use that for, like as a
Well,
tool,
it's just
you know?
something that's usually under the ring.
Yeah. Well, I'm thinking of like these are things that have a use. Like chairs, like people will sit in the audience. You have leftover chairs. Oh, well, just put them under the ring. Tables. Oh, we don't need any more tables. Just put them under the ring. Ladders you would need to like get up places. Like, oh, I'll just put it under the ring. I don't know. That's my thought process behind it. But I don't know. Which I guess now wrestling's kind of has its own cliches. But yeah,
Somebody's gonna pull out some fucking electrical wire and light bulbs and start choking people, slamming them on bulbs and shit. I'm sure that's
probably.
already happened in a Japanese death match.
Probably, but like not even that. Like that one time Randy Orton had John Cena on stage and he was just hitting the fucking pyrotechnic shit, just like and it exploded.
What did Boot do? I fucking love that segment.
That was funny. Yeah. So this next match, it is between. Uh, I keep doing this. You. I'm gonna give you your time to shine.
Oh! You don't got to give me spotlight, dude. I carry it with me.
That is to say, I have nothing else to add to that.
Anyways, this next match is a singles match between TK Stark as the Ocarina of Time Link and D'Angelo, or your at the time Scramble champion D'Angelo as Charmander. Not
Fucking
Charizard,
Charmander. That took me
Charmander.
for a fucking loop. I was not expecting Link to face off with fucking Charmander.
The worst part is, I think Charmander had the advantage most of the match. Which, I mean, it's kind of hard when you have a Flame Tail.
He used it. He used his fucking tail as an attack, and it pissed me off
Why did it piss you off?
because I didn't think they'd do it, and they did.
It's like you can't disqualify him. It's like if you disqualify him, they got to disqualify Bianca Belair for using her hair as a whip.
I think it's deep-rooted insecurity. If I ever got my ass beat by Charmander, I think I would vanquish myself from this planet.
Yeah. Um. So my first note is this is why he's Scramble champion. I don't know why I put that there. I think I just really like what he was doing. And then my second note is, oh fuck, I forgot I was writing stuff down.
My first note is I thought they had a really rather odd chemistry. They had a good flow together.
Yes. Which I don't know like TK Stark's character in this company. Like I've seen him a lot. It was him and somebody else. Um, but like they did have a good flow throughout this match. D'Angelo, uh, like I really like D'Angelo. Like especially with him being the champion at the time. Like I kind of wish he won the world title, but you don't know a lot about these characters, so you can't really comment on that.
No, I didn't even write them down by their real names because the announcers were calling them by their characters. So I was like, fuck it, that's what I'll call them by.
Fair enough. I call them by their like wrestling names because it gives them a platform of some kind.
That's
Um,
actually very smart.
yeah, because like they're especially with these shows, like they're indie wrestlers. Like they probably get enough like attention on their own, but it's still nice to think like they saw this and they were like, oh hey, this guy mentioned me.
You
Especially,
should fucking you should share this on social media, this podcast episode, and tag in fucking Josh Powers and all them.
yeah,
Be like, hey guys.
that's that's the plan. I mean, I was gonna do that. I was gonna do that with Cole at the beginning of the episode. Did I mention him?
I don't believe so.
I
Maybe.
don't remember if I mentioned him. Let's talk about Brett Wolverton and him being like really connected to South Carolina wrestling, and the only place
Oh,
I
yeah,
don't think
yeah,
he.
yeah.
I don't know if I
Yeah, you
mentioned
did.
that on this part. I don't know if I mentioned that on this recording though.
That is true, because, yeah, never. Low hanging fruit.
Well, if I haven't mentioned it, Brett Wolverton is very connected to like a lot of South Carolina indie promotions. And the only place I don't know if he's announced or not is PCW in Camden, and that's because I know my friend Cole Lewis announces there. So shout out Cole if
Shout
I
out
haven't,
Cole Lewis, the
yeah, if
man,
I haven't shouted him out already. Um,
for
but
perhaps
yeah,
the second time.
yeah, perhaps the second time. If it's the second time, who cares? I name drop you
Don't get
guys.
selfish,
Whatever.
Cole. Don't get a big head, boy.
Listen, I'm already jealous of that fucker.
Go kick his ass.
I
I
can't.
believe in you, Jay.
He's got like a good foot of height on top of me. I'm not doing that. Um,
Listen, when he throws his foot at you in a kick, you just lose it like you did my fucking audio.
I'm not gonna live that shit down. Anyways,
It,
um,
it happened once, and you can get away with it. You happened twice. It's like the great George Bush said: "Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, can't fool me three times."
let's get back to the match. Um, there was a lot of psychology with the tail. I feel like
Like fucking tail.
there's there were so many times where like he would just like burn his ass with a tail. And then there was one time where Link got D'Angelo's tail.
He had him in a sharpshooter at one point, and he fucking used his tail to fucking burn him, stab him, whatever, and escape it. And Bret Hart, Bret Hart died, turned in his grave, and then came back to life.
What is your beef with this tail?
I don't know.
That's
Probably
so
I
funny.
think that's subconsciously the reason I don't like Bianca Belair either.
I mean, fair enough. Um, you have anything else you'd like to say? Because that's all my notes other than the finish.
Not about this match in particular, but so far up to this point, the show wise, they had a surprisingly good level of execution. They missed some moves, but they had some pretty solid technique. Like, I don't know if you remember that bitch in I'm sorry, that lady that used to wrestle for WWE, Eva Marie, the all red
Yeah,
woman.
yeah.
How terrible she was, no offense, to me.
No, you're
Dude,
right. She wasn't that good.
these indie wrestlers were on the spot. I mean, they messed up a lot, but their technique was pretty rather good for a show like with just a few hundred people.
Yeah, like,
That might be the
and
second time we've said that too. I think we might have CTE. Too many flying headbutts.
what flying headbutt? Americano's flying headbutt, or Daniel Bryan's flying headbutt, or Redacted's flying headbutt?
Good thing I don't have a wife and two kids. This is what I was getting at.
Anyways, we're moving on. So D'Angelo, aka Charmander, hit him with a Uranagi for the win. It's a 7 out of 10 match. Um, I really liked the psychology with the tail. You did not. I can tell.
I gave it a 1 out of 10.
No, you did not.
I actually forgot to rate this match, so
Well,
I
well,
don't. I give it a. I will give it a 5.5 out of 10. That's what I'll give it. I
fair
liked it
enough.
about as much as I liked the last match,
Yeah,
which is
I
pretty
seem
good.
to be. I'm noticing like I'm seeming to give higher ratings than you now.
I know the last few episodes it was the complete opposite.
Yeah,
Well,
which
hey,
I'm.
I gave a 10 out of 10 on this show. I think that's the first one either of us have given, unless I'm
Yeah,
wrong.
yeah. No, you're right. You're right. I think it might have been the first one. We might have to skim through everything to go see. Um. So main event time. This is a long ass name. Like the name for the match is like this long in my notes because of how much information there is. Um, you're gonna recognize one of these names. Because he was on the last show, and we were really impressed by him. I'm see if you remember. So it is a 6 man, or 6 person, tag team title match. Not 6 person tag team title, but just a tag title match with 6 people in it between the sports entertainment empire of Drew Hood, Mila Johnson, and James Johnson, um, as the X-Men. Um, Mila as Psylocke, Drew as Cyclops, and James as Wolverine. Um, which that was kind of hard to tell who like that they were specific characters, but that might just be me. And they were
No,
facing off.
I thought the same thing. I didn't know till
Yeah,
the match started.
yeah. Like I didn't know that Mila and Drew were separate characters until the announcers specifically said Psylocke. I heard Cyclops twice during the entrance. Um, but they are against a team of um Diego Hill and Bojack, the tag team champions, as Sonic and Knuckles. Um, and Savannah Evans as Chun-Li.
Chun-Li in the house.
Yeah, and I think Savannah Evans did a really good Chun-Li, in my opinion.
She
Um,
was great.
yeah. I'll get into that in a second. I'm gonna go ahead and do some um shout outs to where they've been before. Savannah Evans was in TNA for a little bit. She was a knockout. As far as I'm aware, according to her Instagram, she's not in TNA anymore. Um, God damn it, we're mentioning TNA again. What the fuck is with this
Tuna,
podcast in TNA?
man, fuck the tuna promotion.
Savannah Evans was really good though. Diego Hill was in MLW, and was in Deadlock Pro Wrestling with Bojack. Bojack was did an episode for Juggalo Championship Wrestling, which recently has been on my shit list, and that's mostly for Insane Clown Posse, um, and the fact that they hired Vince Russo. Um, and everyone from the Sports Entertainment Empire is or has wrestled for PCW. I actually think James and Miwa actually trained with PCW um, originally. I know James was their first student there. But yeah, Drew was also in. I don't know if I've said this before. I'm just reiterating. Drew was in a recent NWA territory where he held one of the titles that changed like three different names. Um, and I'm probably going to talk a lot of shit about Drew, but I love him. Um, but I'm going to reiterate that.
I'm gonna talk a lot of shit about this guy that I do like, you guys. I
Yeah,
promise I like him.
yeah, trying to upcharge me on some goddamn boots. I'm kidding. Um,
I beat my wife, guys, but I love her to death. Emphasis on the death part. She's always late with my dinner. She knows
listen,
better.
listen. Every time I hear someone mention Drew Hood, like they're always joking about him being a piece of shit. So I kind of had to play into it.
This guy is either the nicest guy in the world or a fucking asshole.
He Okay, so for context, you remember me telling you about that guy at a wrestling show who I was like, "Hey, I'll give you all the money in my wallet if you let me hold your title." And
Yeah.
yeah, that's the guy. So it was at from Greenville with Love last year. I had went there, and I had asked him, "Hey, if I give you like all the money in my wallet, will you let me hold your title?" And he was like, "Do you want to do it for a picture?" I'm like, "Sure." And I gave him $11. And then a few months later, he lost those titles, and I want those $11 back. Um, taking my hard-earned cash. You know what? He's getting his own award at the end of the episode. Um, anyways, so at the start of the match, Mila was kicking Savannah Evans' thighs, and it's like she's playing Chun-Li. On top of that, she's already got thick enough thighs, like to take that. That's not gonna do
Just
anything.
ate him.
It
Just
just
ate those
Yeah,
kicks.
she just fucking stood there, just like, really? You want to try that again? Um, she, I don't remember who she was doing the move on. I think it was Mila. She had her in like a leg choke.
Yeah. Yeah, that's who it was too.
Um, Bojack had hit sometime after that. Bojack had hit a suplex on James Johnson so hard that James Johnson was still sitting up trying to realize what the fuck just happened.
Very good selling.
Oh yeah, yeah, you could tell he was like very disoriented, at least from the camera work. Um, I will give Drew Hood credit for this though. Wrestling a whole match in sunglasses is impressive.
Yeah, his sunglasses did not fall off once during this match. They stay.
Yeah,
I think they were glued. I think they were glued on sunglasses.
it wouldn't surprise me.
This
It wouldn't
man takes
surprise
his
me.
fashion seriously,
You're not wrong.
which I respect.
Listen. He started posting on Instagram recently. He has like these Pokemon gym leader ass looking sunglasses. Like the V kind of goes under his eyes. I'd have to
Well,
send you a picture.
it's like a fucking luchador mask. And they can't. The sunglasses can't come off. He's gonna have a mask versus glasses match.
Yes. He doesn't normally wrestle in glasses though.
He needs to start.
That would be
That's a
entertaining
golden
actually.
gimmick right there.
That would be really entertaining.
You know who could pull that off? Not on the
Who?
show. Orange Cassidy, I think, could pull that off very well.
I think he might have pulled that off before.
Like he could just like I don't know. I would say turn heel, but people would still love him. He could do something where he has a slight change of character, to where he's just like, yeah, I'm the sunglasses guy now. Fuck you. And then he only turns back once they get ripped off in the mask versus glasses match. Okay, whoever does that match type, I want $11 as like fucking royalties for it. This is indie gold right here.
Yeah, but him wrestling in sunglasses for a whole match, like even in the character Cyclops, is such a Drew Hood thing for him to do. Um, but yeah, the note I had wrote this with, Diego Hill as Sonic was running too fast for Drew Hood to catch him, like in the character of Sonic.
Sonic,
Um,
Sonic, slow down. That was fucking hilarious.
yeah, my next note is that they were the smartest heels in the business because Bojack had Diego Hill up for a military press slam. He was gonna throw him to the outside. And they were all three standing on the outside of the ring. They were like, "Oh shit!" And then they ran to a different side of the ring. And it's like, "Oh, we're good, we're good." He's about to move to the other side of the ring. Oh shit! They moved to the other side, and the only thing that stopped them was Savannah being there. And they were just
I
like
also
confused, like
enjoyed that spot.
they're just like, "What are you doing here?" And then they just, "Oh shit!" There's Diego Hill. Um, there was a point with the match where Mila in character, mind controlled Bojack to fucking wreck house. And my note was not the mind control choke slam in all caps.
And right after the choke slams, she had him hurl his own big ass right over the top rope. I
Oh,
was
I
not,
forgot about that.
I jumped out of my chair. I didn't think that big motherfucker could get that high. He Now keep in mind, like we said earlier, there's no padding on the floor. It's just straight concrete, and he just
Hmm.
whoops and daisies right over the top rope.
Whee!
It was one fluid motion too.
All right. Do you have any notes before we move on?
Um, Sonic hit a fucking beautiful spear. Like
Oh yeah.
that, it's an edge eat your heart out. That was a beautiful spear. It was like Goldberg levels of fantastic. Like Goldberg Spike Dudley levels. Everyone knows that one.
Okay. Like Goldberg hitting the spear levels, right? Not like Goldberg normally.
Well, hence why I said the Spike Dudley.
Fair point. Fair point. Um. Yeah. So for the finish of the match, they all teamed up on Bojack. Mila hit a face buster, and then Drew and James hit him with like a meet me in the middle type of knees, like where they're both going in for like a knee on both sides, and then Mila hit him with another face buster. For Sports Entertainment Empire to win the tag team titles. I give that an 8 out of 10 match. I think they kind of played the psychology into their characters really well. Um, with the exception of Bojack and James Johnson, but I think that's okay. I don't think they needed to do anything more. And there's only so much you can do with Knuckles.
I gave the match a 7.5 out of 10. So
Fair
not
enough.
far behind. I
Yeah,
will say though, I was not expecting the match to end when it did, and I wasn't expecting them to win. I thought the other team would win just because
yeah,
the fans loved them.
yeah. A little bit of a good shock finish.
I agree.
Um,
They got booed like motherfuckers. The crowd didn't even start cheering for them.
oh yeah.
You heard like
Um,
4 people in the crowd cheering out of like 200 or whatever it was.
yeah. Very different from the ending of last year's show.
Yeah.
For them. if I remember it right. Well, they still won, but it was like they still got their asses kicked. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That was a really interesting match last year, though. But I'll get into that in a minute. Overall, um, the show was a 7 out of 10, in my opinion.
Um. Yeah, I give it a 6 or a 7. I could see that.
Yeah, 6, 7.
All right, fuck you.
I got I
they
did it
ought to
like
they ought
twice.
to tar and feather you in the town square.
I got to appeal to a younger fan base, man.
No, fuck, no, no. They ought to tar and feather you and dump you in the fucking Charleston Harbor. That's what they ought to do.
You're rather violent.
That's what you deserve. Pulling some sick shit like that. Motherfucker ought to put you in a box, put you in a river, let nature take its course.
Anyways, my I want your general opinion on the costumes because I think you have a similar opinion to me. I don't know. We haven't discussed this part yet.
I thought Stone Toad Steve Mushroom was the best costume. I thought Giant Kirby was the second best costume.
Okay.
Um, as for I don't really know who I would say was the worst.
I
Maybe, maybe I don't know. I,
It's okay if you don't know. You don't have to know.
I
I kind of put this on you last minute.
well, it's not even that. It's just I kind of like them all. I thought they all were pretty good.
Yeah. Um, I feel like the costumes for me, they all range from like, oh, okay, that's funny, or like, oh, they put a lot of effort into that costume, to that's just your normal costume but in blue. So
Who was that?
that being said, my favorite costume was Josh Powers' Wii Fit Trainer. That was fucking hilarious. My least favorites were, and I'm lumping them together because like they kind of went with each other. BoJack and Diego Hill. They felt like it felt like for me it was just BoJack wore red and Diego wore blue. I like Diego's a little bit more, but that's because he played into the character.
Okay, I can see that. Yeah,
Yeah,
I think that's why it kind of went over my head.
yeah,
He played the character well.
yeah. And the biggest thief on the show, Andrew Hood. I gave you $11 to hold that championship because I thought you'd hold it forever. And then you went and lost that championship. You bastard. What is wrong with I, I'm not
Drew
gonna
Hood
cut it.
versus Jay Edger, WrestleMania. Book it,
Did you
Hunter.
call me? Did you just call me?
Huh? I don't know. You know, man, I talk pretty fast.
Did you call me Jay Edger?
They used to be your tag team, right? The Edgers. Remember, in the same
What?
promotion that Randy Hogan was the People's Champ and the real champ, but backstage politicking prevented that.
What are you talking about?
Click style.
Anyways, I vaguely remember what you're referring to. Um,
Man, audience, our beloved audience, you would understand more context, but you know, the wind lost 2 episodes. You look so fucking dead.
I was about to cut a whole ass passionate promo on Drew Hood. Um,
Let the
I'm probably
motherfucker
gonna
hear it. Drew Hood, we got some words for you.
no, no on some actual notes. Love you, man. Hope you're doing great.
Oh man. Okay, well I got some words for you, Drew Hood. I don't know who the fuck you are. I don't know where the fuck you've been. I don't know what the fuck you're doing. Meet me one on one in the squared circle. I'll whoop your ass sideways. Winner takes home $11. If you think you got the stones, boy,
And see,
I'm here anytime.
I don't know if he remembers that. Like, because I remember that, and that's how I think of Drew Hood because I remember that moment, and I think to myself, oh, that guy's pretty chill. That was a fun moment. Even if I didn't get that fucking picture, which not getting that picture isn't his fault. He was just like, hey, there's a guy with a camera. Let's take a picture. But
I mean, that's fair.
yeah, I don't know. It was a fun show. There's a lot of people I knew on the show. I was glad to give some context behind them. Um, yeah, you have any notes before we end this episode off? I don't have anything else.
Other than my call out of Drew Hood, I think it was a very good show. I mean, it was not my style of show thematically, but the wrestling was very good in my opinion. It
Yes.
we've mentioned it was like Shine levels, like Shine 5 and this. I liked them both. They surprised me. As a guy who doesn't really watch indie shit, I see the appeal and I like it.
Okay. Actually,
Thought the wrestlers did good.
before we end this off, so Mystery Wrestling has started uploading all of their season one of like their shows or whatever. I'm not entirely sure what that means, but they're uploading a shit ton of shows every day. So I think we should go to the very first one. And you're not allowed to look up anything about this show to keep with the theming of the show. Do you know the idea behind Mystery Wrestling is?
I have never heard of it before.
Okay, so the idea behind Mystery Wrestling is that they don't announce anything about the show beforehand. They only announce one person that will be there, and that's it. A lot of the times you can expect the same guys, but this is oddly it's kind of oddly helped them build themselves up. It's really entertaining, and a lot of it's like comedic, and is on YouTube.
Okay.
So do you want to do that one, or do you want to try to do WXM, the India promotion?
I'm down. Well, you seem to be hyping up Mr. Wrestling, so I'm down to do that. I'm down to try that. You say it's
Right.
very entertaining. Let's put it
Yes.
to the test.
Okay, I'll send it to you like tonight probably. We'll watch it within the next 2 weeks.
Yes,
It's not
sir.
Mr. Wrestling, it's Mystery Wrestling.
Mystery. Why the fuck? Dude, the audio so okay, that's part of why it took me for a loop. I'm over here thinking the whole time, why is there a promotion called Mr. Wrestling? Who is Mr. Wrestling? I'm thinking, is that the guy that owns it?
The guy that owns it, he he had an interesting gimmick when he started out because he was in a tag team with this other guy who does some shows with the promotion. Um, their tag team was Super Smash Bros. And their names were Player Uno and Player Dos.
Oh
So
my lord. That's beautiful.
they're fun guys. The guy's name now is Evil Uno. The other guy's name's Stu Grayson. And they played their parts in AEW Cult until God rest his soul, Brody Lee died. Um, I don't know why I do that. I'm not Christian, but not the point. Um,
Damn it, you just alienated half our audience. Damn it. All the Christians are leaving now.
all the peeps are leaving.
That was a good one. Fuck you.
I'm happy with that one. Anyways, next episode it will be Mystery Wrestling number one. Um, I don't know what they had announced for that show beforehand, but I'm not even gonna look up what the matches are. I'm just gonna watch it when I watch it. So if y'all enjoyed this one, y'all tune into the next one. If this is the first one you're seeing, go to the first one where we reviewed Shine 5. I think that was the first one, right?
If you guys haven't seen Shine, the episode we did Shine 5, highly recommend it. Shine
Yes.
5 is phenomenal, and we're just a little bit better.
Yes. Um, what other shows did we do? We did the SmackDown before ECW One Night Stand. We did
We did
two different
AEW.
AEW. We did AEW
Yeah,
Blood and
yeah.
Guts. We did AEW All Out, and then there's the last episode with MLW X Don Gato.
Don Gatto had a weird charm to it.
Yeah, there was a charm to it, but a lot of it felt disorganized. But that is all. Y'all enjoy the rest of y'all's day. We'll see y'all later. I don't. I thought it was gonna be a quicker episode with it being a quicker show, but
Man, you guys know we like the fucking blabber.
yeah, we like the yap. This has been an hour and a half. The last two
Almost like
episodes
that's
were
what
like
a
2 hours.
podcast is all about.
Just yapping our ears off, yapping y'all's ears off. Anyways, we will see y'all later. Goodbye.
Bye, fellers.